I tried calling, period. I am here, but valet looked for you, so I had to loop around. Hey, you Brad?
Yes.
Come on in.
That's right. How's it going?
Going good.
Good. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Oh, man. Appreciate the pickup, man.
Not a problem.
Sorry about all that crazy.
It was 30 seconds, not a big deal.
Yeah,
I kind of expect that, when it comes to these nights.
Freaking burns nights, for
Yeah.
sure. How's your evening been, man?
It's going all right. It's been weird, but I mean, that's Uber.
How so?
Sometimes, like my best day, to be honest, is
Yeah.
the college kids. They're just easy to deal with, and they're all in good moods. You can throw any garbage in this pocket.
No, you're good.
And, and sometimes it's very, very rare that I'll have like a majority bad day.
Yeah.
Bad things happen all the time, but I mean, I enjoy it.
Was today a majority?
Today was not bad, and it wasn't good. I mean, it's good because I love the craziness of Uber,
Okay.
but it's just been twistedly weird today.
All right, so I totally bought into this.
Let me throw 7 things at
Love
you.
to hear it. Love
Sad one first.
Okay.
I was with this dude. Look at this guy. Turn on your lights.
gosh,
He's
like, turn on your
third
lights,
tonight.
buddy.
Third tonight.
It's 12:30. Like you're gonna get pulled over. Flashing. Yeah.
That's an Uber too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the first one, the sad thing, is I was with this dude in the car, which he was 2 weird things, and I almost hit this dog, and it looked like a raccoon.
Okay.
And the dog didn't recognize it was clearly someone's dog, like
Sure.
like a Parasil kind of dog.
Yeah.
15-pounder.
Dog or
And
whatever.
so I was only a minute away, so I told the guy I'm going to drop you off, and then I'm going to go and see if I can find that person's dog.
Yeah.
By the time I came back, it had already been hit.
Oh,
So
no,
that was a
I'm so
bummer,
sorry.
but unfortunately that's like the 7th or 8th one I've seen in 3 years.
That's frustrating.
So, but I just kind of, as soon as I knew it was absolutely done, I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna look away and just drive past it.
Sure.
That dude, he was probably like a 60-year-old man, cursing like a sailor. It is what it is, but he's talking to me about his daughter. He's like, "Are you single?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm single." He's like, "I got this daughter that I'm willing to give away for free."
Good God.
And I was like, dude, well, if you don't want her, why would I want her?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm not. I do want her. She's just a big problem. I'm like, well, dude, this isn't. And I was like, well, how old is she?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, like 18, 19. And I'm like, all right, well, I like the young ones. That's a little too young. And he's like, well, she just turned 40. And I'm like, wait a minute.
What the fuck?
What is going on here? And so he's like, she's just having trouble with rent. I'm like, okay, so at least she's on her own. He's like, nah, she lives with me. And I'm like, I'm out already, but
Yeah.
I can't tell him that there's a reason that she's single.
Yeah.
And just as he's going on, he's just like, my 19-year-old, she was crazy. And I was like, wait a minute, how many daughters do you have? And he's like, just one. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, you said she's 40. And he's like, she is. So I was just like, all right, I'm out. I can't have this conversation. So, and then the dog thing happened. And then I was like, you know what, let me just reset here. I got to go to the bathroom anyway. So I'm in this gas station bathroom, big one, because I don't, around here, I'm not going to go to one of the small ones.
Sure.
And I hate having to use the toilet because somebody's going to come up, like while I'm only there because I have to be, not because I want to be.
Yeah.
So this guy comes in and doesn't use the urinal, doesn't knock on the door. I made my noises to make sure he knows that I'm in there. And he's just waiting. And I'm like wondering, this is the first time that anybody's ever waited on the inside for me to get out. This is awkward.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, hey, so are you in there? And I was like, yeah, I'm in here.
If
Yeah.
you're in there, basically.
Listen to the conversation he forced on me. And he's like, I couldn't even hear you poop. Okay. And I'm like, why are we? Okay. So I'm waiting a couple minutes. He goes, so how long do you think it's going to be? I'm like, dude, I don't know. And he's like, well, like a roundabout. And I was just like, it went from awkward to like upsetting. And I was like, dude, listen, I totally get it. I'm like, when I was coming into this bathroom, I did not want to be you stuck out there, but I'm going to be done when my body tells me I'm done.
For sure.
I don't know what to tell you. So, and I'm like, I'm not my colon's boss. My colon's my boss. I'm like, it is what it is. So he's like, yeah, crazy night, huh? And I was like, yeah, dude. And he's like, so what do you do for a living? And I'm like, dude, I do not want to do this. I don't want to do this. And he was like, okay. And then I had to finish. So I'm like, I'm just going to have to cut this off. And I got out and he's like, well, nice meeting you. And I'm like, okay, all right, this is fucking weird. So then I left and picked up another person, another 3 people. It's usually not anybody, but it's usually people over 30 that this happens to.
Sure.
But they get really, really drunk to the point where
they're not able to.
There's no respect. Yeah, I mean, kids do get that drunk, but they can tell I'm clearly older than them. So there's some form of respect.
Yeah.
When anybody's close to my age and they get blasted hammered, like all of them, then there's no respect. So the girls will just straight grab my hair, and pull on it like that's not a form of assault.
Yeah.
And they're not gentle or sexy or anything.
Like yank on it.
They're like cougars, regardless of their age. So this one girl's doing this, and this guy over here, the only kind of sane guy, is talking to me about my Genesis. I was telling him how I'm gonna hit 360,000 miles tomorrow.
No shit.
So so we're having this conversation while this old dude in the back is just telling me about how much he misses young pussy. And I'm like, this is so crazy to me that we're talking about this. And he starts talking about I miss it when I was real young, those 16 and 17-year-olds. And I'm like, wow, this guy hasn't been around for a while. Like, you can't be saying that shit. At the same time, this girl in the back is like, have you ever had to do any major... I'm having these conversations simultaneously.
Yeah. You're gonna hit the left lane.
You want it? Oh, I see it. Yeah, it cuts off. So, and this girl's like, did you have any major repairs? I'm like, no major repairs. Whole time I've owned the car. I'll never stop buying this car. I've owned 17 of them. Wow. And she goes, if you have 17 cars, why are you working for Uber? I'm like, I don't have 17 cars. I've owned 17 outright. And then I was like, yeah, I had a wheel, the most expensive thing to me was replacing a wheel drum. And she was like, it is, oh yeah, that's right.
I know, it's kind of weird. It definitely is my fault.
So she goes, again, I'm having all these conversations at once. And she's like, what's a wheel drum? I'm like, it holds the wheel. And she goes, oh, you can't tell me because I'm a woman? What is it, next to the water pump? She's like, obviously I know it holds the wheel. I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, it's a wheel drum. It's the drum that holds the wheel. I couldn't have explained it any other way. I'm not being a smart ass.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll just go tell my friends it's by the water pump, huh? Because women can't know cars, huh? And I wanted so bad to be like, you're literally proving that point.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so then they get out of the car and this dude, who I thought was all right, drops his phone under my wheel. So I was like, hey man, make sure you get your phone before I go driving because I'm going to run over your phone. So then the girl's in the back looking for the phone on the ground. She's like, I don't see the phone. I'm like, hang on. He's got it. It's under the thing. I heard it hit the rubber, and she's looking for it under the mats, flipping all my shit all over the place, and she's like, it's not here. You're lying. And I'm like, no, it's not you. It's on. I'm telling you. So I had to get out of the car and get it. And he's like, oh, my phone. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane.
You normally drive Friday, Saturday night?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
really?
8 p.m. to 4 a.m. This is all I do. And I love it. I mean, like even today, it's just been trippy weird. Yeah. I've dodged 2 people that I surely was going to hit if I didn't do something different. But now it does not faze me. This is like...
Well, you're getting surge pricing.
Yeah.
It kind of helps out.
Yeah. But I mean, I like the randomness of what comes out of Uber.
For sure.
And like I said, it's not even bad or good yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the hell is going to happen next.
How much later tonight are you driving?
4 a.m. Minimum is 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Quit my job to do this full time. As soon as I saw what kind of money is here if you dedicate yourself.
Yeah.
So...
Good for you, my friend.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm sorry that I'm not your last person.
Listen, this is the first intelligent conversation I've had, so thank you for that.
That's what I'm here for.
And to be honest,
suit jacket, and then I talk like a real person.
Yeah, as soon as I saw Burns, I'm like, this cannot go wrong. I'm like, this will be fine.
Yeah. Otherwise it can go way wrong.
But then again, that would be an Uber record, which I look forward to stuff like that.
That's all good, man. That's part of being in Florida, right?
Yeah. But I like the randomness and even the bad stuff. I've had 24 people throw up in the car, and 22 of
Not the
those.
seat that I'm sitting in.
No. I'm at this point. I'm damn near a bartender. I can tell when these people are going to do it. I've missed it twice on out of 24
Wow.
times.
That's impressive, my friend.
So, but it's fun. You know, I mean, most of those rides, to be honest, were great rides. You know, I mean, they're
This
just
has
it
been
is what it is.
This has been a great ride, my friend.
Cool,
I
man.
appreciate it.
Have a great
have a good
night.
night, brother. Thank you so much, brother.
No problem.
Hey, enjoy the rest of your night.
Yep.
What you know about rolling down in the deep when your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.